Hey everybody, Drew Scooter from Sleep With Me podcast. I'm doing a quick brainstorming thing of like the schedule for next year, early release schedule, starting with Sleep With Me Plus the schedule. But I did want to ask, like I've been saying on the show, what are you grateful for this year? And where does Sleep With Me fall on that scale of 1 to 10 for gratitude? Like 10 is Koa, she's lying here sleeping, she's a 10. This Christmas tree is a 10. My mom bought it for me as a housewarming gift when we moved to this apartment. It's a 10. This is gravy that I had in my fridge. Actually, I may have used this gravy or my cupboard, 2022. And so I don't think I used this gravy in a live show, but I did use a similar jar of gravy in a live show. What, maybe probably a 1, right? But I paid for this gravy, and I don't think I've had any gravy this year, but good gravy. Where's Sleep With Me fall on your 1 to 10? Like, is it, and it's probably not a 10, and I get that. I'm not asking for it to be a 10. Is it a 1 or more, like a little bit more than a 1? Like how many compared to this one thing of gravy, like I guess like all the people that are sharing their lists, right? I really appreciate it. And seeing all the people that support the show on Sleep With Me Plus and sharing their lists and how much they get value they get out of Sleep With Me Plus, that's mind-blowing. This is the first year we've been able to see that because you can listen on Spotify, but wherever you listen, it doesn't matter. People on Overcast and Pocket Cast are sharing stuff too. Where's Sleep With Me fall? Like, is it in the top 5 podcasts or things you listen to in the year? Because my goal next year, as I've been saying, is like making the podcast that puts you to sleep. Like if you're watching this video, that is you because you're an engaged listener. If you're new or whatever, I'm not calling you out. Or if you barely listen to the show, don't worry. But if Sleep With Me is in the top 5 podcasts you listen to or the top 5 things you use every year, if it's like, I don't know, like I paid for something that's a 1. I don't know where the line is for you to support it back. But that's my goal next year is to make the podcast the best possible podcast I can to put you to sleep. And it is the people that take that invitation to be a part of that goal that it trickles down. It's only trickle down that works because it trickles down to a lot of other people. But it's looking like next year, I want to keep making the podcast that puts you to sleep, and I do need your help. So if Sleep With Me is like a 2 or a 3 or whatever the line is for you, well, I start spending money at a 4 or my time. Either way, I could use your help to meet that goal. So if you don't want to financially support the show or the sponsors, if that's the best way to do it, and Sleep With Me Plus is absolutely amazing. As far as like listening how you want to listen or listening to old stuff or tons of different stuff, just spread the word about the show. Or if you don't even want to spread the word about Sleep With Me, just spread the word about podcasts in general. Just spreading the word about podcasts in general over the holidays is going to impact Sleep With Me in a small way, but it'll help. Or let people know about Sleep With Me, or join our referral program and get rewarded for referring people to the free podcast, or support the show directly. Any of those actions, they do come with a reward of being a part of something. And it does come with peace of mind, because the peace of mind is if you're spreading the word about the show like 3 or 4 times a year or once a month, the odds are Sleep With Me will have a good year. Or if you support the show. But yeah, even if you're spreading the word about the show, like that, you should have peace of mind, because like most people don't. And it's just action that benefits the show. Anyway, I got to get to the brainstorming. Oh boy, I went on and on and on. I apologize. All right, so I'm working on the calendar for January. These are releases on Sleep With Me Plus, but they still relate to the public feed. They'll just be a little bit after. Okay, January starts on a Wednesday. So we got episode 13, 17 scheduled on Sleep With Me Plus, which is, Besos 1. Okay, then on the 13, 18 is an episode called Po Bodies. And that's kind of a random style episode. Then on the 19th is, actually, Oh, wait a second. Oh, the 16th would have been 16th and 15th are also new episodes. Anyway, we got to get this. This is just a schedule. 19th is Great British Bake Off. That comes out on January 19th on Super Me Plus. 1320 is a real-time episode. Okay, so we're halfway through the month now. 1321 comes out on the 15th. That's kind of this is an episode of the Mauser episode, but it'll be a surprise. Okay, so we have 19, 1, 2, 3, 4 more episodes. Okay, so the 19th, Sunday, 22nd, Wednesday, 26th, Sunday, and 29th, Wednesday. Okay, this is just a general brainstorm. Okay, so where are we at? We already would have put out, if it was a public feed, we had a Newhart episode and another Tuesday style episode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7. Still need 7 and 8. Okay, the 19th. This is confusing, actually. Let me switch to the public feed because it's hard to like figure out the rhythm. Okay, this is January. Okay, so January is actually done except for the 29th. Okay, so let's just. Okay, so that's the 29th. This is the 26th. This is the 21st. So the 29th. Okay, so that'll be 1322. I know what that'll be. That's a Tuesday style one. Okay, then so we're into February is where I'm supposed to be planning. 1323 will be Newhart. Except that's kind of a Valentine's Day themed one. That's okay. It's kind of close to Valentine's Day. The 2nd. I'll put a question mark next to that to see if we can move it, though. No, because people like things consistent. Okay, then the 5th would be a Tuesday style episode. And that, I know what it'll be. It'll be this winter themed episode. That'll be 1324. Okay, that's the 5th. Okay, then the 9th, 12th, 16, 19, 23, and 26. Okay, so then 1, 2. Okay, Newhart, then a winter themed episode. Then 1325 will be Bessos. Then a random style episode. Oh, Brick 1. Okay, that's the 12th. Then Great British Bake Off. Then, what is that? 2. Oh, that's Great British Bake Off 2. No, that came out on the 19th. What is this 2 for? Oh, that is. So yeah, then best, whatever, we'll say it's Bessos, even though it's episode 4. Then we have 23rd and the 26th. Okay, I got 38 seconds, but my timer's going to ring. Let me just stop it. Okay, let me see what else we have for recorded and scheduled for episode list. Oh, Tales Barely Told. Oh, boy. Okay, so that one would come out on the 23rd. Okay, real time, refurbished. Oh, wow, I forgot about that one. That's Act 2. So that has to come out. Oh, this is February. Okay. And then we have a musical style episode. Okay, so we have everything in February recorded. I think I just got to work on this releasing, but basically I'll go, where's February start? On the 5th? Take a look here. February starts on the 2nd. Okay, so New Heart on Sunday the 2nd. Then a Tuesday style episode, random. That one's personal essay filled. Then the 9th will be Bessos. Then the 12th will be a Tuesday style episode, new style of episode. Then the 16th will be Great British Bake Off. Then the 19th would be Bessos. Might be able to stretch. Maybe we can stretch the Bessos out and put the Newhart one closer. Like switch the Bessos and the Newhart, because then when's Valentine's Day? Yeah, I'll work on that, because then I'll come out in the public feed on closer to Valentine's Day. Okay, then so we'll move some stuff around. Then Great British, then okay, 12th new style episode, 16th on this Brainstorm Great British Bake Off. Then the 19th will be the 4th episode of Bessos. Then a Tales Never Told on the 23rd, and then another new style, like a musical personal essay story analysis style episode. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some brainstorming and with the calendar, but that's kind of how I brainstorm the schedule, and then I move it around again. So thanks so much for wondering while wondering what is up with the schedule. But you can see that we really put a lot of thought into this, just like we have over all of the years, to make sure there's a lot of different content coming out to meet, because it's like I'm making the podcast that puts you to sleep, right? And your tastes are different than other people's, and you have a way you listen to the show. While most people listen to episodic the show ad-supported version linearly, and maybe that's the way you listen, it still works out because there's always variety coming. And then there's people that listen on Sleep With Me Plus in very, very specific ways. And that's cool too. And that's all the stuff I got to kind of keep in mind when I'm making the show and planning the show. But in the end, it's the podcast that puts you to sleep. And that's what got us to where we are today. Just even being able to make this show for 11 years. If I would have turned the show over to a company to ensure it would have kept getting made in the tough times, the show probably would have stopped being produced. So I always kind of try to process that, and it's like making the podcast that puts you to sleep. So thanks so much.